So look, here's the deal. Paige VanZant, I think this is the big story of the morning. Did you watch this video of her rolling around?
I did. I saw it before you sent it to me, and I've got to say, I
bet
don't know
you
if
did.
it's a big story. I was sat having a coffee earlier, and because I said London's like a goddamn ghost town. Went for a walk, sat had a coffee, and scrolled the internet as you do. And I came across this video, Paige VanZant. Of course, she's a Reebok advocate, sponsored by Reebok. One of the few select that, even though everyone's meant to be equal now, but certain people do get a sponsorship. If anybody knows the book Animal Farm by George Orwell, in that book, the animals take over this farm, and they say that everyone's equal, and the pigs are the most intelligent, and they say all animals are equal except some animals which are more equal than others, because the pigs start running the show and being greedy bastards. And that's what it's kind of like with the Reebok deal. All fighters are equal except some fighters which are more equal than others. Anyway, rant over. Paige VanZant decides to go and do her own video to
sort of an advertisement, a self-made, Instagram advertisement, right?
Yeah, and basically, cut a long story short, she's writhing around on a sheepskin rug or whatever it is.
Yes, she is.
Pulling up her shirt. And she's got a great body. She's an athlete. She's a good-looking young girl. And I don't want to be mean to Paige VanZant, because I like Paige VanZant. I did some work with her recently in Las Vegas. She is a sweetheart. She's exactly the way she comes across as on TV. She's nice. She's a nice girl. And she's rolling around and she's doing this video and she's showing off, her body and this stuff. But then it got a lot of backlash immediately from fighters and other people. Do we have any examples, Lewis?
Yeah, we have a few. Angela Hill, I guess this was her hating on it. She said, just call 1-800-HOT-GIRL and talk to real live girls. We can't freaking wait to answer your call. Call now. So I guess she's kind of saying, like, it's a video for like one of those porn lines. And then
that's from another woman, and isn't that just them being a hater, jealous? You know what I'm saying?
Lauren Murphy, MMA,
I mean?
says, I thought this was fake. I thought this was a fake ad, and it's not. Here's the thing. Like, look, it's a little weird.
So what? I have no problem with it whatsoever. It's a little cringe. Yeah, it is, but so what? Who cares? I mean, she is sponsored by Reebok. She's having a good time. She's having a laugh. She doesn't take herself too seriously. I have no problem with it. The issue it does raise is what you're about to say, Lewis. Go ahead. You'll word it better than me.
Well, yeah, I mean, here's the thing. Like, I think there's some bigger, issues, and I want to get into the bigger story overall, but I think it's kind of funny you said cringe, and I think that is a great way to put it, because she's actually had a couple of cringe moments. You remember she did that little weird dance-off in her last fight. I don't know if you remember that. She had that little weird moment where she started dancing, and it was so fucking...
Was that at the weigh-in?
Yeah, it was at the weigh-in, right?
Yeah, I saw that.
Who was she fighting? I don't remember who it was.
Michelle Watson.
Yes, and they both started dancing.
Idiots.
Yeah,
they're both dancing like idiots. I hate it. That's what I'm talking about. These kids in MMA these days. The fuck are you doing dancing on the fucking stage at the weigh-in? Sorry, I got to stop swearing so much. It's my new thing to focus on.
No, it's a podcast. You can swear as much as you want. Who gives a shit?
I know, but still, it's not attractive. I'm an intelligent man, or so I like to think, and I've got a better vocabulary than that. So
no, that's
I've got to stop
like
swearing so much. But if you're going to dance on a fucking stage at the weigh-in, then these are the words that come to my mind. You're going to fight. You're going to fight. Quit. Oh, let's be a teeny bopper. Fuck that. Get in his face and let him know. Look, I'm gonna smash your face into.
Here's the deal.
That's what you'll be doing.
Here's the deal, right? Paige VanZant, she's super sexy, and the truth of the matter is, more than anything else, everyone right now is talking about this stupid Reebok video, whether they like it or hate it. It is advertising. Reebok right now, the executives are licking their chops going, yes, I don't give a shit what people think, what other fighters are saying. If people are hating on this girl and they call it cringe, people are talking about our product right now. And no matter what you want to say, it worked. It worked.
Oh, yeah.
If the idea was to get attention to Reebok and get attention to this new product line, people are talking about it. I'm looking at it. I don't give a shit about Reebok's products lines. But I'm watching this video, and I've watched it 18 times. Over and over and over again. So good for her for bringing attention to it. Look, here's the deal,
man.
Yeah,
absolutely. I mean, I have no problem with that. But it's the same reason that her and Michelle Waterson were the main event on Fox recently. What was the other main event? Was it Rose versus Waterson? Was that main event?
No, I think that was co-main. Yeah, that was a co-main.
Okay. Yeah, but it was co-main over Jacare and Robert Whittaker.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And again, come on, you can't compare those two fights. Robert Whittaker versus Jacare, but yeah. And don't get me wrong, Michelle Watson and Thug Rose. I mean, Rose Namajunas is a fantastic fighter. They're great fighters. And maybe I'm a little bit biased because I'm a man, but it goes to the sex selling point.
Yeah.
And so they want to be treated the same. Women, I'm talking about. I don't mean to be disparaging, but there is that certain element to it. I mean, you see Felice Herrig all the time on stages, and she's sticking her ass out, and she's blowing kisses and being provocative. So which is it? You can't have it both ways.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. To be honest with you, I think that I think a lot of these girls aren't trying to have it both ways. I don't think that Felice Herrig or Paige VanZant are hiding from the fact that they're attractive girls that are getting opportunities because they're attractive. And I think it's how you want to kind of hold yourself in your career. Sex does sell, and it's undeniable. It's a sport.
Yeah, and you know what? To be honest, when you put it like that, I have no problem with it. I mean, good for them. Go out there. Play to your strengths. Play to your strengths. I mean, that's what we do as men. I'm never going to bloody stand there and flash my ass and do this and that because I look like an idiot. What I do, to try and sell myself, but, I try and seem like a nasty motherfucker that people don't want to fuck with. So then they buy my pay-per-views,
Right.
But if I had a body like that and, long blonde hair, then yeah, I guess I would do that. So, you know what? I take that back. More power to them. Do whatever you got to do to get ahead in this life. Yeah.
Well, here's the thing, right? I think that, a lot of people, will hate on, really just good-looking people because they're given opportunities, just in general. We've always kind of had that thing. You go back to, like, middle school. Like, the good-looking girls were always getting hated on by all the girls that weren't as attractive. So it seems kind of like that's what's happening right now with some of the other girls. Like, yeah, here's the truth, right? Reebok gave her an opportunity because she's a fighter, but also because she's very attractive. Reebok is looking for certain things with their brand, and they want people to, pay attention to the brand. It's as simple as that. It's a marketing play, so.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, if I was the executive out there picking people, I'd probably pick her as well. Young, good looking, goes out there, fights well. She's got a great personality. She's outgoing. Of course you'd want her. You wouldn't want. I mean, who else? I mean, give me an example here, Lewis.
Don't get me started. I'm going to get in trouble if I start giving examples.
You wouldn't want. I mean, you would pick Paige VanZant over who's an ugly guy in the UFC. I mean, all right. Do you want to pick Gabriel? I'm nothing against Gabriel Gonzaga, but Gabriel Gonzaga on a Reebok advertising campaign or Paige VanZant.
Yeah.
Which one do you put?
Yeah, obviously,
Paige
you're putting
VanZant
Paige.
all day.
Yeah, and I don't think there's any problem with it. I think that, if you're ignoring the fact that there's a sexual element to, professional sports, professional entertainment, or anything, you're crazy. This is just the world we live in. It's almost like there's like a movement to push against that.
Well,
there's
it's the same in Hollywood. You know what I mean? There's lots of great actors out there, but if you're a great actor and you also look stunning, then you're the one that they're going to go with.
And it's the same exact thing. It's the exact same thing. It's all entertainment. It's about people spending dollars to buy your movie, your pay-per-view, your TV show, the advertisement, whatever it is. The truth of the matter is people want to look at good-looking people more than they want to look at not good-looking people. So if you can kick ass, that's great. Obviously, you're a UFC fighter. You should be able to kick ass.
We don't do a video on this podcast.
Hey, speak for yourself. I'm gorgeous.
Yeah. I've seen those dimples these days, Lewis. The diet is kicking in. Good for you.
Yes, it is. But yeah, man, I don't hate on Paige. Good for her. I think it definitely worked.
I take back my earlier comments. I mean, as I say, you got to play to your strengths. Strengths in this world. You get one crack at it, and utilize what you can. Exploit everything. So good for her. Shame on those haters, and they're only jealous. At the end of the day, anyone that's talking shit right now, they're only jealous. Paige has since deleted that video.
Oh, did she?
Yeah, she deleted it, which she shouldn't have done. She shouldn't have done because that it shows that, she allowed them to get to her. She should have just said, you know what, screw you, I'm gonna do me. But who cares?